Good morning. Good afternoon, right. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living here this Sunday afternoon. I'm Marietta Carter. I'm a practitioner here at CSLN, and today I'm your host for today's service. I'm going to welcome all who are watching online, and I would invite you to join us here in person when you visit us in Music City Center, or Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Today we have Reverend Denise Yeargin as our speaker. Yay. The title of her talk is Let the River Run. We also are pleased to have Lisa Firestone back to our stage as our guest musician and artist. I'd like to start our service with an affirmation. We are an inclusive, open, spiritual community for anyone seeking a deeper and higher connection with God. And today is a really good day. So if you've never been to the Center for Spiritual Living before, I'd like to share a few things. We believe that all people are individualizations of the one spirit. We believe in immortality and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever and ever expanding. We believe that there is only one God, and there are many paths to that God, and we are here to love, honor, and support you wherever you might find yourself on your path. This Center for Spiritual Living is a haven for all people of all beliefs and lifestyles. So wherever you find yourself, you're welcome here. Let's begin our service. I invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. And as we continue to breathe, join me in knowing the truth by turning within and knowing with me that there is a power and a wisdom and a love that surrounds us right now. That same power that created the beginning of everything is alive, and it is still creating, and it lives in each one of us right now. It's just yearning to create with every breath we take. We are individualized expressions of the one. So as this infinite power never rests, it never stops creating for a moment, we are created in its likeness. So our nature is to create, is to live a life full of peace and harmony and love. This infinite power that I call God expects us to be fully alive, using our curiosity to feed innovative ideas into our consciousness. So today, I invite you to live in the present. Open up your hearts and minds and feel a spirit moving in and around and through you. Feel that interconnection. Yes, I'm so grateful for all who are here, near and far, that are contributing this service by just opening up their hearts, by just being receptive to love, by just being present in this moment. I bless our speaker, Reverend Denise, and our guest artist, Lisa Firestone, practitioner, Dale Rogers. I know that the message that is shared by all of them today assists us in knowing the truth about ourselves so we can climb higher to a grander good. I give thanks for everyone's contribution in making today's experience happen. And so it is.
I would like to dedicate this song to all the women who have guided us through our changes. And for me, as the music director, Reverend Denise, You've been a joy to work with. Absolute joy. But a lot of women here are wonderful. This is a wonderful group of women I've ever met in my life. Thank you so much for everything you do. And now we could maybe welcome Reverend Cass to come, okay? And this is for you.
Way back when, in the beginning of time, man made the fire and the wheel, went from a horse to an automobile. He said, the world is mine. He took the oceans and the sky. He said the borders built the walls, and he won't stop till he owns it all. Well, here we are, standing on the brink of disaster. Enough is enough is enough is enough. I know the answer, but a woman in charge. Put 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 a woman in charge. Time has come. We gotta turn this world around. Call the mothers, call the daughters, and call the sisters of mercy now. She'll be a hero, not a fool. She's got power to change the rules. She's got something men don't have, 'cause she's kind and she understands. Let the ladies do what they were born to do. Raise the vibration, make a better world for me and you. Put a woman in charge. 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 Hallelujah. We're gonna feel the magic when the girls take over. It's gonna be fantastic. Put a woman in charge. Put a woman in charge. Put a woman in charge. Put a woman in charge.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello, everybody. My name's Dale Rogers. I'm a practitioner here with the center, and I'm going to be doing the reading today. My reading is inspired by the sign to my left, which is Psalm 46:10 from the Bible, "Be still and know that I am God." I'd like to offer you a different perspective. I'm going to be better off without my glasses. From the book, I Am That by Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. It is from the first chapter, The Sense I Am. The question was asked, what am I? And the Maharaj answered, it's enough to know what you are not. You need not know what you are. For as long as knowledge means description in terms of what is already known, potential, perceptual, or conceptual, that there can be no such thing as self-knowledge, for what you are cannot be described except as total negation. All you can say is, I am not this, or I am not that. You cannot meaningfully say, this is what I am. It just makes no sense. What you can point out as this or that cannot be yourself. Surely you cannot be something else. You are nothing perceivable or imaginable, yet without you, there can be neither perception nor imagination. You observe the heart feeling, the mind thinking, the body acting and aching. The very act of perceiving shows that you are not what you perceive. Can there be perception, experience without you? An experience must belong. Somebody must come and declare it as their own. Without an experiencer, the experience is not real. It is the experiencer that imparts reality to experience. What is wrong with it seeking the pleasant and shirking the unpleasant? Between the banks of pain and pleasure, the river of life flows. It is only when the mind refuses to flow with life and gets stuck at the banks that there is a problem. By flowing with life, I mean acceptance, letting come what comes and let go what goes. Desire not, fear not, observe the actual. For you are not what happens, you are to whom it happens. Ultimately, even the observer you are not. You are ultimately potentiality of all from which the all-embracing consciousness is a manifestation and expression. And now I offer to you a spiritual mind treatment. Just relax. Close your eyes. Take a breath. I am speaking for myself, but if these words resonate with you, please make them personal for you. Feel your body settle into your breath, into your feelings. Watch them. Be their witness. I know that there is one presence, one witness, one consciousness of all that is. I know that I am a point, one perspective of that infinite mind. I know that I am more than my body, more than my thoughts, more than my feelings. They are all a river of energy that I am experiencing, that I am witnessing, that God is witnessing. And yet, I am more. I gratefully recognize and witness this beautiful river of energy in which I swim. I let go of that which I am not and embrace that which I am. I release my words into the law of mind, knowing that they and so much more is already done. And together we say, and so it is.
Let the river run, let all the dreamers face the nation. Come a song. It's asking for the taking, trembling, breaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, coming through the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. We are great and small, stand on a star and blaze a trail of desire through the darkening dawn. It's asking for the taking. Come run with me now. The sky is a color of blue you never seen in the eyes of your lover. Oh, my heart is aching. We are coming through the edge, coming to the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. It's asking for the taking, trembling, shaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming through the edge, coming to the water, coming through the stars, your sons and daughters. Let the river run. Let home dreamers wake the nation. Come to Jerusalem.
That's Lisa Firestone, everyone. Just like Carly.
Carly Simon's song. Thank you.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Give them another hand. So, some of you that know me well know that there are two things about me that you probably hear a lot. Breathe is one of them. And the other one is live in the flow. And most people go, what does that really mean? I'm going to give you Esther Hicks's definition of what that is. The conscious, gentle guiding of your thoughts in the general direction of the things that you desire. I want you to hear that again. It's called allowing. The conscious, gentle guiding of your thoughts in the direction of the things that you desire. So, I thought I was retired. Silly me. And about 4 years ago, I was sitting, we have a deck that overlooks the water, the Tennessee River, and it's just beautiful. And then I have an office on the 3rd floor, and I have a little sitting area that's outside, and I was sitting out there doing some work, and all of a sudden my phone rings, and I saw Lynn Bennett on the thing, and I was like, why is he calling me? Okay. But I answered. I don't always answer. Sometimes I go, I'm not talking to that person. But I said, I'll talk to him. And he said, I know you're retired. I'm like, is that why you called me, to remind me that I'm retired? And he said, I'm wanting to know if you would be willing. I was like, to do what? And he said, would you be willing to join the ministerial team of CSLN and be a speaker once a month? And I said, I'm not a CSLN minister. He said, I know. I said, so is that okay? He said, that's fine with me, and it's fine with us. Would you be willing? And I said, well, let me think about it. Let me talk to my partner, Judy, and see what that looks like for us, but I'll think about that. So he was kind of persistent, and I kept marinating on it. That's something else you know about me. I tell people, go marinate on it for a while and see what comes up for you. And so I finally called him back, and I said, I believe I can do that. Well, that was about 4 years ago. And I've been here about every month, speaking once a month, sometimes a little bit more than that. And then about 7 months ago, I had first Etta, and then Lucia, and then some other board members that said, could you be our transitional director, because I could not be your interim minister because I'm not a CSL ordained minister. And I said, what does that look like? And we talked about that for a while, and I thought, okay, maybe I can do that too. So at the end of this month, I will have been doing that for 7 months, believe it or not. And I have loved every minute of it because of you, because of you, because of you, because of all of you. Because I believe in what you do here, and I believe in not just what you do, but who you are at the essence of who CSLN is. And so when I began to think about what I would want, and I know I'll probably speak for you all a few more times. Who knows what will happen? But most of you know that I have taken the position for at least a year as the minister at Unity. And that may extend, I have no idea. I don't even try to tell the river what direction to flow at this point in time. I just go, okay, I'm here. I'll do whatever. But I believe that I got that idea of living in the flow from a woman that was one of the 13 indigenous grandmothers. And her name was, she's no longer in the body, but her name was Grandmother Aggie, Agnes Pilgrim Baker. And she came to my center, Unity of Music City, in 2019, along with a Lakota chief and his wife. And what I found out about the indigenous grandmothers is that there were 13 of them from across the planet. But Grandmother Aggie's whole focus was water and living in the flow. And so because my center was in Old Hickory, we did a lot of blessings over the lake there, Old Hickory Lake. We actually went over to the Hermitage and did a lot of blessings on those grounds. We did a lot of blessings, a lot of places. But one of the things she said that has stuck in my mind is that we are like those rivers. We can allow our thoughts to be good and positive and flow in that direction, or we can pollute our thoughts with negativity, and then that begins to flow. I want you to hear that again. Because when I heard her say that, I was like, oh, that's really what it's all about. We can allow our thoughts to flow through us like a river, with positivity, with love, with peace, with joy, or we can allow our thoughts to become negative and to pollute. And you know what we're polluting? Us. We're causing dis-ease within our own body, mind, and soul. If I say dis-ease quicker, you know what that makes? Disease. I won't even go into that talk. That's a whole different talk. But when I began to understand that it's for me to live in the flow of this energy and to say yes, I began to live my life a little bit differently because I'm like, what does that really mean for me to say yes? Does it mean I have to say yes to everything? So again, I want you to hear this definition. The conscious, gentle guiding of your thoughts in the general direction of the things that you desire. Is there anybody here that does not desire love? What about peace? What about joy? So, you know, I like sometimes for you to have conversations with people. So someone sitting close to you, have a conversation with that person about how you are allowing the flow in your life. Go. So put a pause on that because you're going to finish this conversation in a moment. So we believe that there's oneness, right? We do. And then some of you may remember, probably 2 years ago or more, that I had a lesson with you all about the 7 universal principles from the Kabbalion. And one of those principles is on polarity. Polarity means that there are opposites in our world. There is hot and there is cold. There is light and there is dark. There is male and there's female. There's many polarities. And so what I want you to begin to think about is that is true, so how do we find our oneness in those polarities? Has anybody in this room other than me noticed that there's a lot of polarity going on out in the world right now? A little? A lot? A whole lot? And so what I want you to think about in the conversation that you were having, how do you deal with these polarities? Because the polarities are all really the same. They're all about separation. And we say we believe in oneness, don't we? Until we find ourselves in a polar opposite position than somebody that we love, maybe somebody we don't even love, right? And then it's like we throw our teachings out the window because we forget that we are one. And so how do you allow the integrity of who you are as an individual to answer the call of what you're here to do and to say yes in the midst of all of this? How do you do that? I'm going to tell you a little story. Most of you know that I went to David Lipscomb. It's a very fundamental Church of Christ school. I went there at high school and college. And I still have some of those people that actually talk to me, believe it or not. Even though they're not sure who I am or what I'm doing right now, And there's one particular guy that has reached out to me many, many times, and he wants to meet me when I'm in town, wants to have dinner with me, wants to have deep conversations about why I left the Church of Christ and why I would think that a woman could be a minister and why I think that I'm saved and that all of y'all and me are not going to hell. Yay, fun conversations, right? Polarities, big polarities. And so recently he reached out to me and he said, when are you going to be there? And I said, I'm there every weekend. And he said, oh, well, you've got to have dinner with me. Yay, Rah-Tootie, for that. I was like, oh, yay. So I met him. And immediately he wanted to start talking. Now that was just a few days ago. And I was preparing this lesson. And I thought, okay, I've got to pay attention here because I'm teaching myself what I'm getting ready to speak about on Sunday morning because I knew it was going to look like this, okay? I knew it was. And so he started talking and talking and talking and telling me all these things that were wrong with me and my beliefs and why I should be really worried about my soul and that I might go to hell and blah, 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 blah. You can only imagine. And I sat there and I just went, breathe, breathe, breathe. I just kept telling myself, Denise, breathe. It's okay. Breathe. Because I knew that there was some reason that he kept reaching out. What is it that he wants to know about me? And so he just kept talking. And when he said, I really believe that you and all of those people, he called you those people that you speak to on Sunday morning are all going to hell, I said, wow, tell me more. I don't know where that came from, but it didn't come from inside of me. I can promise you it came from up there. Like, whoo, Lord, mercy. And of course, he told me more. And what I said to him in the process is I said, I just want to hear what you have to say. I said, it's obvious to me right now you really don't want to know all that I might have to say. And so I'm just here to listen to you. And he started crying. And he said, no one's ever wanted to listen to me. There was something that began to happen there. I'm not saying that I've touched him on a deep level. I'm not saying he's going to walk through those doors and show up, although he might, because he knows I'm here. But I know that there was a moment in time when that circle was complete. We began to feel each other and hear each other. Is that not what we're here about? We're not about these polarities that happen in politics, in religion, in the way we live our lives, in what clothes we wear, or the way we have our hair, or whatever it's all about. We're here to remember this. So continue your conversation about how you deal with allowing yourself to be fully you when you find yourself right here. Go. So when you get to a point where you think you can pull back together, do that. This is why I've been saying to any spiritual community who would listen to me, we need to begin to change our Sunday morning model. I don't know what that looks like. I don't think any of us really 100% know what that looks like, but these are the conversations we need to be having. And you can't have them in pews looking at the back of somebody's head. I don't know what the future looks like, but I know that this community and Unity of Nashville is yearning for community, is yearning for connection with other people, is yearning to be here instead of there. Yearning, desire. Do you remember what it means to allow, to let the river flow? The conscious, gentle guiding of your thoughts in the general direction of the things that you desire. I don't imagine there's anybody in here that doesn't want to be right here. But it's the thoughts that we have inside our mind that do this. It's the thoughts. It's the words we choose to use in certain situations that do this. With the man that I was eating dinner with, I knew that I had to choose my words wisely because one misstep could have done this quickly. And I had a desire to connect. I had a desire to connect. So do you know what your desire is? Is your desire to be right? Or is your desire to be love? Is your desire to be right, or is your desire to have peace? Is your desire to be right, or is your desire to have a more joyous life? Is your desire to be right, or is your desire to be a part of a spiritual community? I know some of that because it's hard for people to hear because I've felt people suck the air out of the room already. So I'm going to say, breathe. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to everyone in this room. If we believe that there is one love, one peace, one joy, oneness, we're all connected in that oneness, and then we choose to do this, we're not living in integrity. We have to choose. So in this moment, I am getting ready to call the practitioners that are here up on the stage with me. Because one of the things I wanted you all to experience today is not just me running off and you going, well, that was nice, where'd she go? And now who and now what? I wanted us to have a moment of what I'm going to call conscious completion. Because when I was hired by the board, they told me that we think that we can get everything done that we need to get done within 6 or 7 months. I said, okay, I can do that. Well, it is 7 months. We're not quite to the edge of all that yet that we wanted to get done. And that's not wrong or bad. It just is what it is. And now there's going to be someone that I'm going to eventually work with closely for a few days when she comes in here, and you'll hear more about her in the town hall meeting if you stay. That I'm going to pass the baton to and say, here's where we are in this process. Here's all the circles that we've had. Here's all the information that we have gathered. Here's the themes that we've put out here for the last 6 or 7 months. And here's the speakers, and here's what we've been doing. And you all could give yourself a huge pat on the back because you've done a lot of deep, deep, deep work. And I want to also say the people that have been brave enough to be in the New Earth class, they're doing even deeper, deeper, deeper work. Because it's about ego. We get caught up in our egos right here and go, I know exactly how this needs to be. when really none of us know exactly how this needs to be. That's how it needs to be. So I'm going to ask the practitioners to come up, and what we're going to do is have a long prayer treatment, a long one. And whatever order they decide they want to go in, they're going to come up here to this microphone, because that's what I told Ray they would do. And we want to keep Ray happy back there, right, Ray? And they're going to start and end. And this is about us having a conscious completion for me and for you as you step into this next piece on the journey. So do we know what order we're going in? Are you going first? I think that'd be good, and we can just go down the row, and then there you go. How's that? And you don't have to do the whole thing. You just do a piece and a piece and a piece and a piece. There you go. That means you'll start, and that means Etta will end. Yes, go. What am I supposed to say? You're supposed to do a beginning of a prayer treatment. There you go.
So if you will, just allow your eyes to gently close. And let's know together that there is one, only one presence, one power, one divine creative intelligence. And I am one with this intelligence. And I know that I am one with Reverend Denise and with all of you. And I know that we are all moving forward with love, with peace, with joy in our hearts, in our minds, in our actions, and in our words. Because this is the only thing that will grow our community. The other things that she mentioned will tear apart and destroy. So let's all set our intentions now to be love, to be peace, to be gentle, to be understanding.
Just know with me, there's one power, one presence, and that presence is God. And I am one with it, and so is everyone. And I know that as we travel this road, this journey, that we can trust this infinite presence, this love, and know that this is our source for the needs of this journey. And as we go through, we share our hearts. We become one. And we know that God is love, and we feel and experience all that God is, and know that we are one. We feel that one, that oneness. And I say, thank you, God. Thank you that I am in your will. And I know that it's the highest that it can be for each of us that develop a personal relationship with God. I know that all that I need is here. I know I'm guided and directed by God's presence, God's Spirit. And I know that I continue to trust and to know and to be true to myself and to be all that I can be and to be a blessing where I can be. So I thank you, God. I thank you for loving us. Thank you for the light, the beautiful shining lights that we are, and this love that we express and send out into the world, demonstrating the presence of your Spirit. So I give thanks for this treatment. I give thanks for this day. I give thanks for peace in this earth. I give thanks for being in this moment. And so it is.
As we are all in the presence of God and can feel the love, I know that we are all able and willing and have this beautiful gift to choose love, to choose to accept whomever we meet, whomever we talk to, whomever we are guided to be present with, to accept each and every one as a unique individual child of God, beautiful in his or her expression that God has brought forth for me to meet, to learn from, to be here with. And I know that within me I will always find that guidance, knowing to do, to say, and to be who I was meant to be, being the child of love. I am so grateful for the many teachers that we have here and everywhere in our life, and I am willing to listen, willing to be open and receptive, to learn from each and every situation, to know that there is only love and that each individual is expressing that love in their own personal way. I say thank you, God, that we have been brought to this place, have been brought to this teaching, and know that it is speaking to me, is expressing in me and in everyone else, each in their own way. Thank you, God.
Let us know. Let us know who we really are. We are pure love. We are all that God is. We are one with God. We're one with each other. We're one with this love that is emanating from every cell of our body, because we know that we are the vehicle here, that we can communicate with each other with strength and joy, and to see the beauty, just to see the beauty in each and every one that is here today. And we take this love and beauty out into the world, because all God is, I am. Use my words, I am. And I know that it is done unto me as I believe. So I believe this is a beautiful, beautiful community. It is friendly and good and wise, full of joy, full of talents, full of everything good. And that is what we can do every single moment, in every moment. Not be thinking of
it doesn't serve to be thinking of whatever that is. I don't know, but always just release it. Let it get dissolved, whatever that condition might be in your life that you don't want anymore. Just know that you have a power that's greater than you are, that will help you, that will do for you what you cannot do for yourself. I believe that this is the most beautiful home that we could have for each other. Thank you, God. Thank you so much for bringing us all here together. And thank you, Denise, for doing this teaching and leading. Thank you.
And so I realize now in my oneness with Spirit that I am divinely guided. It is the small, still voice within me that is Spirit. And sometimes it may come as a dream. Sometimes it may come as a whisper. And sometimes it is just an overwhelming feeling of knowing truth, of knowing God. And so I listen to that small voice. I listen to that feeling and know that that is what's right. That is what's guiding us. I know this as a community, that we lean into that and that we are one.
And in that oneness, we rest. We allow. We know. All the blessings that ever could be, ever will be, ever have been are in this moment as we sit in this room together, allowing that oneness, that connection to flow, to be. No matter what happens outside, no matter what happens inside, we can rest. Rest in this relationship. Relationship with our highest knowing. Relationship with ourselves. Relationship in this room, in this moment. Connecting. Freeing ourselves. Freeing ourselves from all that could bother us. All that could weigh us down. All that could possibly. No more. In our connection, in our knowing, in our highest, there is no bother. There is nothing that can stop us. We are limitless. For God is highest and powerful, and God is in every person, everything, flowing, free, free in our knowing.
God is all there is. Love is all there is. And we are one. We are the I am. And today, we are the miracle we've been seeking. We are the electrifying light of the vision of the future. For we know that we are being transformed, regenerated, reactivated to show up, to feel, to see, and to be God in action. We are healing for everyone that comes within our presence. So today, we are free, free in the spirit, free to be greater than we ever showed up before. We know that we are divinely lifted, gifted, directed in absolute pure love. As this love flows through any challenges, circumstances, or condition, and erases them. And we now ride the wave of love. What a joy, what a moment of happiness that we choose every day. For we are representing God in action. And for this we give thanks.
And I give thanks for this community as we connect and love each other. And in our oneness, I declare I release the past, and I am free. We are all free to move forward with love in our hearts.
I know that the only difference between a drop in the ocean is perspective. So when I am realizing myself as a drop, I remind myself and I realize that I am also the ocean. So it is.
And as we have recognized that there is only one Spirit, one source from which all things come, and that we unify with that one source, and that we affirm our unity with that and with one another. I give thanks. I give thanks for Denise answering that phone call from Lynn. I give thanks for Denise saying yes, that she would serve. I give thanks that we have a beautiful place to come together and to continue on. I give thanks for the many wonderful teachers and leaders that we have had a oneness of heart. And that with hands that are stretched out, circle around and embrace us with love. And so I am not attached to these words. I release the words to the law, knowing and allowing the law to do its work, knowing and allowing that what we say and what we have asked is already given to us. I know this to be true. And together we can say, and so it is.
So I don't know if you've ever been in that long of a prayer treatment. But the reason I wanted that to happen was twofold. Number one, I wanted us to have a conscious completion. But I wanted you to see your practitioners. And I'm hoping that that sparks something within you to think, whoo, wonder what they went through to become that. to be able to hold that consciousness in their hearts, in their minds, in their bodies. And so we don't usually do this, but I want everyone in this room, because there's some of you that are practitioners that didn't come up here, to stand up, and I want you to see them. One more time. Practitioners, stand up. And I want you to say thank you to this ecclesiastical wing arm of CSLN, because they're holding the high watch for all of us all the time. Thank you. So the other thing I have to say to you is, are you willing? Are you willing to begin to come to the center instead of being like this? Are you willing to remember oneness? Are you remembering the peace? Are you remembering the love instead of being separate? Because that's the place of love. That's the place of joy. That's the place of becoming more than we ever understood that we could be. Namaste.
Thank you, Denise. So now it's time to give back to what serves us. And I would like to ask our ushers, Katie Griffith, it looks like Amy Stevens, to come on down. If something has touched your heart today, there are many ways that you can share your gift with us. You can put it in the offering basket, or you can you can go to our bookstore and you can give your offering there, or there is a QR code in our lobby that you can put on your phone. But our online viewers, please make a contribution to the link in the screen that's showing. And anyone can mail their check to our P.O. Box, which is found online on our website. Please say with me, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
Your love keeps lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. Once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend, but then you came, he soon departed. Now, no one ever showed his face again, because your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher. Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher. I'm so glad I finally found you. It's that one in a million church, and now with my loving arms around you, I can stand up and face the world.
Sing.
Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher. Your love keeps lifting me, keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher.
Lisa Firestone.
Hey, Larry Ferguson.
Jimmy Lopez.
Wow. Thank you, thank you. One more time, let's just do it. Larry, Lisa, thank you. Thank you, Denise. And there's many other volunteers and workers. I'd like to give a shout out to Jacqueline and Ola, who are leading our youth, AJ and Ray at the back with our audio and visual team, but most importantly, I'd like to thank all of y'all for being here today. Thank you for being here and supporting CSLN. I've got a few announcements, just two. So if you don't know, there is a town hall meeting right after service today in the fellowship hall. The two agenda items that the board will present are CSLN's financials and budget. And this will include a presentation on tithing and the plan for our interim minister. So if you thought you were having a long break, forget it, okay? Because they are starting at 1:15, and anybody online, you can find the Zoom link on our website or in our newsletter, but it's on our website under the board meeting. Yeah, board meeting minutes. Board meeting, whatever that is. Okay. Thank you. So you can join Dr. Mitch, the second announcement, in an 8-week class where he will explore the amazing power of imagination. So if you would like to learn how to acquire greater creativity, self-empowerment, or more abundance, the classes will be held on Thursday at 6:30 to 8, beginning September the 12th, here on Unity's campus, or also on Zoom. If you'd like any more details regarding these announcements or anything else that's happening at our center, please look at our website. Before we close to the service, I'd like to welcome all visitors who may be here today. Please join us for a few minutes in our fellowship halls, just to get to know us and give us the opportunity to get to know you. So you just saw everybody before, but I would like to ask all the practitioners to come back down, and Reverend Denise. And just to let you know that if there's anything heavy on your heart, if there is anything that's troubling you, if you'd like to attract a new career or partner or more abundance, these are amazing, powerful people who have had specific training in how to bring you your heart's desire. You can contact them directly by going online and seeing their picture on our website. Or you can, if you would like a prayer treatment, you can send a request and put it in our secure boxes right outside by the classroom, and Dell and I would be happy to contact you this week. Now, I'd like to end this service with a closing treatment. So I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to take a deep breath. I invite you just to center yourself. And as I say these words in the first tense, you can make them personal to yourself. Please know with me. Please know with me that God, the one source and substance of all things, is the giver of all good. For God is good. God is love. Love moves both through me and to me for the purpose of fulfillment of itself in my life. The Spirit that is love also moves through us all so we might have experiences of the highest and truest love together. What is true of God is also true of who and what I am. It is up to me, it is up to each one of us to find our own peace and to live in unity with the one. It is up to me, it is up to all of us to be in the flow. So all who are belonging to me is a part of my life, or I, a part of their life, appear in right and perfect order. I believe in love, peace, and harmony. Anything that is the opposite of that is simply a human misunderstanding of truth. There is no duality. There is no good and evil. When our light shines, darkness dissipates into the nothingness from which it came. By letting go of thoughts and feelings or that stuff that does not serve me or does not serve others, I let go of any kind of framework that interferes with me from fully experiencing love, and I gain a deeper connection to myself and the world around me. It is love that maintains us together in ways of mutual good. And it is love that also lets us separate with ease and grace. This treatment acts as a law of elimination to any idea or emotion that could in any way block or limit the perfect fulfillment of love. So today I choose to face every situation before me with an open mind, open heart, and open will to live in the present and to love the beauty in the moment. I know that my inner wisdom and guidance is love. Love is the I am that I am, and I know that it flows in me like a peaceful river, undisturbed by circumstances. And I invite all to affirm with me that I am an individualized expression of Spirit, of God, because of love. I speak my word of love, knowing that as it goes forth, it circles back to me. And I give thanks for the many teachers and leaders who have come before me and who serve us right now out of oneness with love. I release my words to the law, expecting and accepting this or something even better. And together we say, and so it is.
All right, let's all stand and sing our closing song. And Alexander's got them up there. There you go.
Think of your fellow man, give him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, they've been looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Everybody now. Put a little love in your heart. Sing it loud now. Put a little love in your heart. Sing it proud now. Put a little love in your heart.
There we go.
Put a little love in your
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.